The Huntrix meal brought to you by the Crimson Yoni. He's not in this game, but he'll be on later. Don't worry, guys. You can be excited. Okay, everything is going crazy. Okay. So, interesting bans here against Bandle City. I don't really think of Malphite when I think of Bandle City, so definitely an interesting first ban. Hope did look really good in his Caitlyn match, so the Caitlyn getting banned out is at least logical, and the Scion is the follow-up. So the only one that I'm really questioning is the Malphite there. For Freljord, we see Gwen, the Respect for Light show, banned away. TQ Kits, Lilia also taken away, and then Poppy. This is a flex that can be played in a lot of places, but Bassoon has shown some mastery and skill. Alright, Tristana locked in here as a bit of a takeaway. And I'm assuming that this will go to Hope. Braum, however, locked in for Bassoon. Bassoon, no stranger to Braum. Definitely has picked up this champion. This Braum has been banned quite a significant number of times. Maokai has been the only one to come through 6 times so far this year. But Braum banned out quite a bit. This time, Braum sneaking through the ban phase, and so he's going to be instantly picked up in the first rotation. Xayah is the follow-through pick here, cementing the bot lane of Freljord. Okay, and Alistar is instantly selected. So this is definitely a different look for Bandle City. We 100% have not seen Tristana Alistar out of this lineup, so they're going to be playing pretty different, but it does kind of play into that style of that scrappy early to mid game, and I like the Mordekaiser here. It allows them to follow up on that style. Braum, Xayah, very much the scaling team fight picks here. Braum not very good in lane, but will be fine into Alistar, of course. Also, as soon as Xayah hits like level 5, can pretty much just full clear the wave. Will be interesting to see what Xayah builds with Mordekaiser top. It looks like there probably won't be a traditional tank outside of Alistar, but still synergizing pretty well with, well, honestly, she's got a lot of different build paths. We'll have to see. Amumu is selected here for Freljord, and we'll see a second wave of bans come out. So TQ Kit on the Amumu. So far, I think we know where everything is going. We don't have too many big surprises. I do suppose this Mordekaiser could go jungle and be picked up by our Sexy, but I am expecting it to go top lane. And that makes me a little bit surprised that they didn't go with a top lane answer on R3, instead going for the jungle pick, and now they're going to ban out well, it looks like, you know, different mid picks or junglers. Okay. So Light Show's pool is going to start to get pinched here. We haven't seen him forced too deep. And Ornn and Cassante are the two. So they took away his Gwen, his pocket pick Gwen, and now they've really forced him deep here with a couple of tank bans. Very interesting strategy here. I really like this. Now I want to see how they round it out. Yorick selected here for Freljord. This is probably going mid. I know it could go top, but my expectation, 95% sure that this is going mid. And it does mean that they're very scaly, and I don't think that Amumu is going to have a good gank top lane unless they, like, Mordekaiser just very difficult to gank, especially post 6. Sylas selected here. Sylas into Yorick is definitely Yorick favored. Sylas, however, great late game scaling potential. So really the only later game damage on the side of Bandle City picked up here in the mid lane, assuming this would go to Fennel. Let's see what Chestnut selects. The hover and the lock in, and it is going to be a Nasus. So a last minute transition. It's a Mordekaiser jungle At least that's what I believe. I suppose it could be a Silas jungle, Mordekaiser mid, but looking like a Nasus top lane. And so what is the answer from Light Show into Nasus? I do like this hover. I like it. So Hui picked up here. This is a lane. He'll be able to punish Silas even more in the lane phase. And should be able to keep Silas at range. It is a pretty nice ultimate for Silas to steal, however. And this means that Yorick top is going to be played by Light Show. I'm not sure. Alright, let's cut that. Let's get into the game, guys. Here we go. Yeah, I only have one monitor, so it is going to be what it is. Also, look at the size of my cursor. This is scuffed as well. Can I change this? Alright. It is what it is. We're making it work. Okay. So, they've got a bit of a bush advantage here. Let's see if Frello can actually get something off of this. It does look like the first couple feathers from Carly will go just wide. Winner's Bite lands. Bit of early trading. Nothing too strange. Fennel taking advantage of this matchup so far, but Clone heavy trading on the way back and ends up winning that. And that's why it's so difficult for Silas in these types of lanes. You really just have to wait until 6 and have Ignite up, and you can see Fennel taking the teleport as we see Light Show flash top lane. So early flash, get that thing on cooldown, make sure we're using it. Alright, both of our junglers have started topside. Does look like they're gonna start as a quick double root comes through, and that's how you'll see this lane play out, as the feather root into the concussive blows. The way that those two champions stack, there's going to be a ton of CC, whichever ones are kind of picked out there. Fennel looking for another aggressive trade, but again, look, Clone is going to win this all the way back, and we'll just watch. Yeah, look at that trade. Definitely coming out on top. It always looks good for the Silas at the start, and then it turns. Question mark pings here for Bandle City down bot side. Does look like CGYM will evade that first box as the levels come through. A nice ward here. Should spot out if Nasus decides to come bot. I mean, I am kind of expecting Nasus to pretty much just hard farm. I'm very interested to watch stacks. We'll have to check in on stacks repeatedly throughout the game. Good trading here, and it's going on to Hope, who has already used his health pot. Chestnut, more health and more health pots. But Freljord finding the trade, finding the damage down onto the right target here. CGYM definitely up in pressure up here, but already when we take a look at TQ, he's been way ahead in tempo, and he's going to be onto the first scuttle. Let's see what happens here as both of our junglers are bot side. Ward is going to be going to help Freljord spot him out. The Wither is going to go down, but they all in. It's straight in onto the exhaust, or the Ignite goes down. Flash over the wall. Nice flash to get away, and Sexy will escape. Meanwhile, topside, CGYM takes advantage of the no flash York, and it's a solo bolo in the top lane as CGYM puts Light Show in the dirt. A place that York is all too familiar with. Oh my goodness, how much? No way he just died. Well, I'm not sure if Matt's in the chat, but if he is, that's a goo death for real. I mean, the execute does mean that's the quickest way back. All right. I will say, after our Sexy being forced to flash out, the fact that TQ didn't get that topside scuttle is good heads-up play from our Sexy to at least try and capitalize on this. Fennel, having used that teleport, the flash forward will force to flash out. Good reaction there from the community manager. As a subscription just came through, but I can't see who it is. Let me tab out really quick. Kalka. Thank you, Kalka. Hope you're enjoying the LCC. Welcome back. Welcome back. It's good vibes. Okay, Light Show. He's got to find a way back into this. I didn't think he was getting like really hard stomps, but now with that kill, yeah, I felt like he flashed when he didn't need to, and now he's got no flash. Doesn't, you know, down a little bit in gold, down a little bit in XP. Maiden's here. This should help, and his team is going to go ahead and get Dragon started, I believe, as we can look down bot lane. Is just going to be straight in onto the first objective. That's just tempo play that comes out of Freljord. Good heads up play there. They're pretty much just using the clear speed to get ahead. It was a Sheen first item buy for Nasus that will help the clear speed a little bit. But yeah, I mean, really his only play is the Wither. Here is the flash away as look at all these ghouls smacking CGYM. So much damage. Does he have any more? The ghouls will dive under tower. CGYM very low. Down to 58 HP. As we see an all-in from Fennel. The unending despair used against Hui himself. They cancel each other out a little bit. Fennel doing a great job to find ways back. But you take a look at the CS advantage, and it is a big advantage here for Hui in this matchup. Just playing the range versus melee naturally up a good bit. Fennel doing a good job to at least even it out in terms of pressure. As Bassoon and Carly, they could look for something here. There's no junglers, but instead they will just get a little bit of chip damage and poked in. They've already taken a plate. It looks like they're sieging up to try and take a little bit more, but 20 CS up down here in the bot lane. 17 in mid. Big CS advantages for Freljord. Okay, here's the engage. Fennel with the help of our Sexy this time. The Wither will go down, and Clone is not very long in this world. Will drop, and so this is both solo laners for Freljord going down prior to 10 minutes. That one was a really nice gank and good coordination. I see the ward there, so I'm not sure how our Sexy was able to sneak in. But yeah, Clone getting caught out there. Didn't have the flash, was trying to get that lane pushed in after that trade, and Fennel and our Sexy take advantage, and that's huge. That could really start to swing the matchup. We'll see if Fennel can actually find solo kills on her own now that she's got that gold. All right, TQ hovering topside, but still really not gankable. Again, if you go in as a Mumu, you're just gonna get put into the death realm. It does look like Bassoon committing his time topside as well. Carly down alone bot side. Here's the death realm, as Lightshow could be in a lot of trouble. A nice flash away. Ping's coming, so the rest of Freljord will be here, but Lightshow might not be able to make it out in time, and he does go down. It's another solo kill as CGYM finds one more. That's 3-0 for Bandle City, as Bandle City is going to discover that all of Freljord is up here. There go the Void Grubs, and they all in. It's the Curse the Sad Mummy, instantly deleted. Fennel finds one of her own, though, and there goes Bassoon. So it's 1-for-1 so far. No more mana here as teleport comes in from Lightshow. Could actually clean something up. Clone very low HP. Oh, a missed box. Look at TQ so low. He is going to drop. It's been a brawl of a fight. Lightshow trying to find Fennel. Both mid laners going down to their top laners. It's a double kill. At the end, I believe it was a 3-for-2. So Bandle City comes out on top of that play, going from 3-0 to 6-2. They are ahead in gold at this point. 4 kills onto the Mordekaiser. That completed Rylai's Scepter already at this point in the game, and 2 kills here onto the Silas. So all the kills onto carry members for Bandle City. We do see Hope another Cole buy. This has become tradition. Slow and steady. He is 58 stacks away from completing that Cole. Or cashing in, rather. Next fight could be in a minute, as the second dragon of the map, a Hextech dragon, will be spawning. We see the supports roaming up with each other, putting down wards, and then clearing out each other's wards. Classic support gameplay. No item completions will be, coming in for, looks like either AD or Nasus. I don't think Nasus is going to be able to complete his item before this dragon. So 35 seconds. That's a little bit of an item advantage. But Fennel and Rsexy are going to try and take advantage here. A nice fear away from Clone. It does help him keep on to his teleport and just walk away. Rsexy on that transition gank is just going to go straight top lane. But dragon spawning in 10 seconds, this could just be signaling that they're prepared to give this up, as Bassoon is all in. The head nut from Chestnut to try and get away, but a massive concussive blow will land. There's the winner's bite. There's the glacial fissure, and it's a disengage from both teams. Chestnut did a good job to soak up as much as he could. I think that was a nice look from Freljord. It does mean that they're able to pretty handily secure pressure in the lane. So they are just going to go ahead and take this dragon, which was seeded. We see, actually, if we take a look at Rsexy, he's continuing to stack. Look at the stacks here, up to 264 at 11 minutes. 276 now. Yeah, definitely stacking pretty well at this point. Something that we'll have to kind of, keep an eye on. That's 2 dragons already for Freljord. I'm not sure if Bandle City will be happy with letting Freljord take a third uncontested, especially given the fact they've got about 1,000 gold advantage. CGYM playing this matchup really well, and Lightshow's played so well all season, but you can tell definitely least comfortable in this matchup given all of the matchups that he's had so far this year. CGYM trying to take advantage, playing a really good game. Honestly, he's come into his own, hasn't he, this player, CGYM? Known for his ARAM play, has really found ways as the season has progressed to really make an impact for this team. Looked rough week 1, but here in week 6, 4-1, looking strong, and that's the type of improvement. I mean, that's all we can ask for, right? All right, 12.5 minutes in, we see another engage and another instant fear, as Clone will escape once again. Has got a slight level advantage, but that's the third or fourth transition gank from our sexy mid. So setting up a bit of camp here in the mid lane. Bot lane has been largely left alone by either jungler. Then top lane, CGYM has definitely had a handle on it. But we do see assist pings here topside. Light Show perhaps a bit too far. The Death Realm will go down. And here comes the Ignite, and he pings for assistance, but he didn't need any. He says, call the police, but not for me. And Light Show will drop under tower. I know the meme is call the ambulance, but you guys get it. Alright, so 2.5 minutes. It is going to be a Chemtech Soul. I'm not sure how I feel about Chemtech Soul. It's not my favorite. It does mean bigger blast plants, and that is always exciting to see people just jumping around. Fennel looking to go forward, but Clone, a ton of free damage. But it's the counter engage from Fennel. Will the Unending Despair land? It does. It's straight in onto Clone. Nice damage here from Fennel. One more fear comes through. And yeah, you can tell these are going to be just back and forth fights. I do think both of these mid laners holding onto their flash. And if either one of them had expended their flash to avoid some damage or avoid some CC, I think that there could have been a kill angle there. Instead, both of them just holding on to that summoner spell. There is a big some neutral objective fight coming up for both of these teams. I think it's fair to see them hold on to that. Okay, so our Sexy is gonna gank bot lane, but again spotted out. Nasa's not really known for his gank potential, and I wonder how many more times they will look for a play instead of just let him side lane. I do think Nasus is just so strong in the side lane. I can see them transitioning, yeah, Nasus at some point, but I'm just very interested to see what the macro is. But Vandal City in the lead here, so we do get to see that, you know, they do have the pace of play. They do kind of get first step in the tango that is League of Legends macro. Lightshow and CGYM continuing to battle it out. Again, about a half level advantage here top lane. Fennel beautifully dodged the fear there. Clone able to land that follow fear. Nice sidestep away from some more of that damage. Here's the Unending Despair. TQ Kit is here this time, but so is our Sexy. It is going to be the Exhaust, or the Wither, down to TQ. They find the Curse to Sad Mummy. They've got nice ultimate there, but the call is out as Fennel already very low. And that is first tower going to go down, and it is in the favor of Xayah. Worth pointing out, 166 farm at 16 minutes here. Very efficient farming, and it's an Essence Reaver first item, which, yeah, I think that's a good build given their team. Alright, Dragon has spawned, pings are down, we are going to see a rumble here. Teleports in from, that is Fennel, already the engage down onto our Sexy. Our Sexy having to flash out. Very tanky though. There's the Feather Call. It will find Bassoon trying to find a way out on the backside. Fennel able to find the way in. Curse the Sad Mummy used against them. Carly now one more remaining. The flash away from Clone, but the flash forward from Hope will find more. The reset allows them to get out. It's the dive in from Fennel, locked up in a tower with a bandage toss. They will trade lives, but honestly, Fennel with an incredible engage there. Let's immediately go back and watch that play from the side. It's going to be a reset down bot as we see Fennel channeling the reset right now. And they engage here onto our Sexy, but Nasa's so tanky. Really use that ultimate to just buy so much time for the team. And Hope getting to free hit a lot as well. Look at this play from Fennel. Finds one, uses the Amumu ultimate, chunks out tons of damage onto Carly, gets Carly down. Now Hope is really the only damage threat remaining. The flash away, Hope commits the flash in. And Fennel, this is a bit greedy, but I like it. Takes one more, makes the statement, finds the kill. Beautiful play here from Vandal City. I'm not sure there's going to be enough on the health bars to actually take this. Okay, they do end up taking it. Okay. Our Sexy came in to help them. And pings for Freljord. This is going to be a tempo play. This is what they get in return. But 11-4 here in kills as Vandal City definitely with advantage. And we do see Vandal City showing up here. But it is going to be Rift Herald given over to Freljord. I want us to get up to live before anything really crazy happens. Okay, Fennel looking for the solo kill top lane. Clone with the sidestep away is going to use ultimate here, and it is going to be the counter engage. Fennel so fed at this point. There it is. Tons of damage coming back as the Unending Despair puts Clone away one more time, and there's the solo bolo. What a play in the side lane for Fennel. Using her understanding of the matchup. 6 kills now. These solo laners for Vandal City are having a fantastic game. Clearly a superior matchup understanding. Alright, CGYM uses Death Realm on Lightshow. Our Sexy showing up there, but it's just enough time for Lightshow to actually flash out. It is going to live under tower. As long as this back can get reset, our Sexy wants to dive. Instead, he will suffice. He will take just the tower. And that is that's actually the first tower, so that shows how truly ahead they are. That evens them up on towers. 3k gold is the difference, and they were able to fight that third dragon fight like we mentioned, and that's going to be a point that Freljord will want to go back and take a look at. And you got to start to wonder how much is the unfamiliarity with their champion starting to play for Freljord. Gotta say, Carly has looked good, really good, on Xayah so far, but will they find a way to actually, have this Xayah kind of carry these team fights and hopefully carry the game? Alright, I'm going to speed back up, slow down a little bit. We're still a minute and a half away. Alright, CGYM getting the Unending Despair out of clone, so we'll not, well, it's only a minute, so we'll have it. Carly is looking here. Chestnut could headbutt under tower. I like this play. Is going to go for the all-in. Ultimate forced out of Carly, but Fennel is here, and this is the danger for Freljord. There's a nice Glacial Fissure that finds a lot, but the counter Feather Root will actually help Fennel escape. Fennel with a counter engage finds Carly on the side. So much damage coming across, but it's the big shutdown as our sexy flash and stack, and Bandle City gets one back. A big knock-up here from Chestnut, and it's a double kill going over to our sexy. Hope is excited, is going to find one more. Here's the return damage as Clone is still there. Light Show doing what they can. It's been the jump out. The snipe! Oh, I can't believe Clone finds that one to even him up. It's 3 for 3 at the end of it. Oh, man, that was back and forth. The whole while that's going on, though, CGYM committing to not teleporting in, and is just going to take the top tower. Might take multiple towers topside. That all happened right before Dragon as well. So 5 seconds to the next Dragon spawning. We got to take a quick check-in with the ultimates, but not very many of them available for either team. And I think it's Featherstorm? Yeah, it is Featherstorm. I knew it. Okay, Carly, R-Sexy running into each other once again. They do have the concussive blows onto R-Sexy. The Unending Despair, the ultimate popped out, but he is going to pick up the kill. It's a shutdown on a 2-2 Nasus. And that is going to be third dragon secured for Freljord, unless there's a moment of luck here for Bandle City, but I'm not convinced there will be. Yeah, there's the third dragon. So they found R-Sexy a bit uncoordinated, a bit not with the team. Bassoon is going to take Herald and get the charge off here. Oh, and they are going to get 2 charges off. As first bandage toss is here, but here's Chestnut landing right onto Carly. The root comes through, though. So much burst damage coming out of both Clone and Carly means that Chestnut, even despite popping Unstoppable, is going to go down. That's a second tower. So massive swing there for Freljord. They were definitely on the back foot, but they find our sexy. They take the dragon. They summon Herald. They take 2 towers, and they get Chestnut. Everything goes right for Freljord in the span of about 45 seconds, and the gold lead has completely swung into their favor and into their direction. Let's check the individual gold lead for a moment. We do still see a pretty substantial gold lead topside for CGYM. It's been a bit quiet aside from the side lane pressure, now taking 2 side lane towers. We do notice Clone has been able to claw back the gold, and then a massive gold lead here for Carly over Hope. About 2,500 gold just in Xayah alone, so big advantage here. Bit of pings down onto Baron, 24 minutes. Both of these teams could take an early Baron, so I think it is worth at least getting some early wards down. And they are going to kind of battle out for vision here. Both supports sweeping out, trying to make sure that everything is cleared. CGYM is going to pull Light Show into the Death Realm, but the Maiden will be there with him, so we'll see if anything can happen. A massive shield, though. Another ability miss, but so much damage coming out of the passive, and CGYM is just winning this. A nice timed wall there, but it won't be enough as the flash is used by CGYM, and he picks up another solo kill. Hope, or sorry, Clone and TQ are here. The flash forward, R-Sexy is going to try this. They should be able to 1v2, but CGYM, the Unending Despair, it's not enough. R-Sexy does find the counter. TQ will have to run here as Bassoon is going to show up, but there's just no damage. Neither of these players really have any damage. It's a full tank Amumu and a full tank support Braum. As the Wither is coming down, here's Fennel. A ton of damage from Fennel will come out. Carly is on the roam, as we see Chestnut roaming over as well. And they will decide it's not worth it. They're a little bit too tanky, not quite worth the time. TQ spots Chestnut on the ward. It's a Space Groove Nasus starting to become a bit more of a problem here. Let's check in on the stacks. We haven't looked at the stacks in a while. 675 stacks at 25 minutes. I'd say that's pretty close to what I would expect. About 700 stacks is kind of what I would expect. So doing a good job. Definitely staying on board, or staying on time. Anyways, okay. A bit of a reset here. It looks like neither team is going to commit to the Baron. I do think there's an angle where on 3 dragons, if Freljord wanted to, they could give Dragon for Baron. I do think that they are strong enough that they could do that. CGYM is going to try and make this decision for Lightshow as the blast cone comes through. I was mentioning I didn't really like it, like this map too much, but CGYM taking advantage there, finds Lightshow again, and Lightshow just no ward, pushed up a bit too far without his team. CGYM 7 kills, has really gotten into this player's head, is playing a great game on the Mordekaiser. Probably CGYM's best performance to date, followed by probably Lightshow's worst performance to date. And that could be the difference in today's game. It might be enough for Bandle City. Freljord, of course, trying to claw it back with the other 4 members. I'm not sure how Lightshow's going to find a way into this game, though. Needs to at least be able to compete. A flash in from Bassoon to make sure that that stun does land onto Fennel. Ton of damage onto Hope, so Hope will have to escape. Fennel, a really nice use of the Zhonya's Hourglass. Re-engages, find a lot of CC back, but Hope was not there. There's 1-for-1 so far as Carly and Fennel both go down. Incredible find from CGYM and the teleport in as well. It's a double kill for both CGYM and our Sexy, as Fennel sacrifices her life to make sure that her Bandle City Buckaroos win the fight. A 4-for-1. I mean, it was kind of on the side of that fight, but Hope and Carly were in a bit of a 1v1 situation there, and Hope nearly got blown up before that fight even started. Fennel able to use the Seeker's Arm Guard to buy some more time and then find the re-engage. Really meant that once Chestnut and CGYM got there in, kind of into melee range, it was all but over for the rest of Freljord. Great plays coming out from Bandle City, and that puts them back in the driver's seat. They are going to pick up a Dragon off of that. They did not go straight to Baron, but we are at 28.5 minutes. It could be a Baron angle next time a play like that happens. So I am thinking at this point that Freljord doesn't have an answer for CGYM in the side lane, and Fennel has been able to find Carly consistently in team fights. So when it comes to team fighting, I think we need to watch Fennel and really pay attention to who Fennel gets onto, if they're able to blow them up quickly, and just how much that works out. I will say ultimate here is going to be used instantly. Lightshow put into the Death Realm, and CGYM picks that one up, gains the stats, but Carly is there. They at least go 1-for-1. Unfortunate for Lightshow to have to die as well, but that's just how strong this Mordekaiser is. Guaranteed to at least get one with him. Very hard to gank even when they send all 3. Okay, we're 3 minutes away from Dragon. My expectation is that there will be a team fight over Vision, or a pick that happens around Vision, and that could lead to a Baron take. I think these teams are going to want to fight sooner than 3 minutes. That's why I say that. If we take a look at items, which now would be a good time to do that, we see 3 full completed items for the Mordekaiser working on the 5th. 3 full completed items as the Hourglass is completed there for Fennel. 2.5 for Clone. I think Clone, look at how far back he's playing. Very defensive here. Very respectful. But they just don't have the vision. They've committed their vision to topside. And if you look, it's very defensive up here topside. Just now actually going out and putting some wards down. So that control should be spotted. But yeah, definitely Freljord feels like they're on the back foot here. In terms of kills, they would definitely be feeling that way. We know that they're very close in terms of gold. But Bandle City is going to take advantage of every inch that you give them. And could be a good time to check in on stacks. 837 stacks here at 31 minutes. So it's really, you know, every time that they do it does a full clear, it's another 100 or so stacks. Just trying to bind time, and it is going to be just a quick, instant all in. I'm guessing that this pink ward doesn't see this. Pinks from both teams. We are going to have an all out as Carly brought into the death realm. And already very low, 400 is going to be secured by TQ, so Freljord has the Baron. CGYM has to flash out. Carly already going down. Freljord has the Baron, but they're on the run. And it looks like the rest of Bandle City trying to find the way forward. Can they get any further forward? Fennel over the wall will not find one more. So it's Baron for the price of Carly, and I think if you're Freljord, you call Worth on that play, you know, 365 days out of the year. Big play there. Very decisive moment as they realized with the itemization that they had on their AD carry, they were able to just burn that objective so quickly. CGYM got in there, tried to pull the Xayah out. It did end up meaning that the Xayah did die at the end of that play, but completely worth it. Definitely some missed smites as Baron got down to about 400 health at one point. But TQ able to pick it up for Freljord in the clutchest of moments. Okay, Freljord, 4 of their members now with Baron. 45 seconds left to go on their soul. What can Bandle City do? Still up in gold. Still up in items. Still with a big advantage. How many stacks here? 888. 888 stacks for our sexy. It's not, there's no hot button, but look at this. Big push in here. This means Fennel is going to be pulled away as the main fight is going to be going down. So Fennel with teleport will have to show up to this fight. What can Freljord do in the moment? Pushing forward, trying to find some damage. CGYM is here. It's an engage forward. There's the Featherstorm out from Carly. CGYM brought low, and it is going to be CGYM going down at the start of this fight, and the rest of Bandle City, it looks like they're just going to call off. But this is Soul. I'm not sure that they can call off. They have to make a decision here. Hope finds Light Show on the side of this. Brought very low. Rocket Buster away. But already gone. Chestnut and our Sexy deciding not really a good way into that one. And not worth throwing their lives away to try to go for the smite fight. Still with a gold advantage, Bandle City find themselves. But that is now the Baron on 4 members and the Dragon's Soul. Okay, a very back and forth game. These teams have played each other very back and forth in both of their games this season. I think they're perhaps more evenly matched than we have given them credit for in the analysis. It's really interesting to watch. I think Lightshow having a tough game here, needs to find a way back into this game. But the rest of Freljord trying to hang on. They've got good objective control. Our Sexy with a Wither. Bassoon will get out with the stand aside. Carly, so much farm. 325 at this point in the game. Just insane at 5 items. I know that the Navori Quick Blades are cheap, but that's like 4.8 items, you know, that's just crazy. Stacks here on our Sexy, 921. I do think that this Nasus has fully reached problem status, and they're gonna need to prioritize crowd control it down. But they do have a ton of crowd control. Everybody on their team, Lightshow can put them in a box, but all of the other Freljord members have hard CC that they're able to inflict onto this Nasus. Very difficult situation for Nasus. They've got to be very decisive about when they go in, and I think Fennel is the go button as the blast cone over. I mean, look at all that. That was just a couple of feathers landing on a Hope. That Vamp Scepter trying to heal back up. Okay, game stabilizing out a little bit. Minute 40 seconds on Baron, it does look like. They've got Soul, but they don't want to do too much further pushing. They're not confident enough yet to go and do some deep warding. Bassoon hovering mid a bit, wanting to make sure that Carly is not exposed in the mid lane. We'll reset here. TQ continues to clear. It's a very interesting situation where I think Bandle City feel like they're not in control, but Freljord feels like they're not in control either. Freljord is not confident making any macro plays. If you look at their side laners, every time they go to River, they back off. And after CGYM died at that Dragon play, there's just been a bit of a momentum swing and a momentum shift as Bandle City is now doing the same. So both of these teams kind of an unspoken agreement to not really go past River here. It feels like we're back to the first, 30 seconds of the game. One of these teams is going to have to push forward if we want to see the game end. Maybe there's some type of chat agreement I don't know about. Carly, this is a crazy play from Carly. Pings are going to go down. Yeah, this should be an all-in. Bassoon is here, and it is. It's a nice commit. Bassoon has to flash out. So flashes from Carly and Bassoon. Beautiful plays there, and a nice heads up. Clone flashes in the bot lane in the 1v1 after Fennel, I guess Fennel flash engaged forward. So 5 flashes in the span of 15 seconds. It was an explosive moment there as the Baron has spawned. So that's definitely the next thing to fight for. And some key summoner spells for either side are on cooldown. Okay, Fennel has teleport. A Clone also has teleport, but not confident enough down here in the bot lane. Lightshow is going to go answer level 20. Starting to try and scale up. Bought that Hullbreaker, committed to the split push lifestyle. Arsexy and Bassoon finding each other on the map once again. The Glacial Fissure will go down. Unending Despair onto Arsexy. The rest of Bandle City is not here, and so the flash out will go down, and Carly straight in onto the Baron. They're on a ward here, so they see it. Teleporting from Lightshow, watch this fight as it goes down. This is the fight of the match. The feather's thrown out. A beautiful engage from Chestnut, fights 3. TQ already brought low. TQ trying to get away, will survive going forward. Chestnut, however, drops down at the front. Hope on the side of this fight isn't able to get consistent damage off, and Clone finds him on the side. It's 3 down already as a double kill comes through for Carly. Now, Baron finding another. It's CGYM with the Baron gets the kill onto Bassoon, but it's only one so far. Fennel pushing forward into the 1v2, but Carly picks up the ace as his teammates pick up the Baron. It's a 5-for-1 as Freljord Frost space out. They use their positioning beautifully there. Let's take a look at that fight. It was very split, very chaotic, but it was the fight of the match. Lightshow showing up a bit late. So fighting Fennel on the backside of this fight. TQ able to space it out beautifully. Hope trying to find damage here, but Clone just blew him up as soon as he got there. And it was really just CGYM and Hope shredded while Fennel and Arsexy tried to chase down Lightshow on the other side of the map. Could not get to him. At the end, they found a lot of damage. Kind of coordinated. There we go. Okay, they're sieging down. They've got the Baron. They do not end. Okay, I'm a little bit surprised they didn't end. Looks like they went to Elder Dragon. They took Elder Dragon. Alright. So instead of ending, they get a free Elder. I think that's fine. They've been a little bit nervous all game. We're 40 minutes in. They've already got Soul. You know, you've got this big gold lead. Don't throw it away, right? Don't throw away your Baron. Don't throw away your advantage. So they went and took the guaranteed advantage. CGYM is looking for an angle, has played so well all game, looking to try and find a way to impact these final moments of game number 1, week number 6 here. Is going to be spotted on the ward. Clears it out a bit, but yeah, the siege is pretty much guaranteed here. They've got Baron, they've got Elder, they've got this double power play, really. Tons of ghoul damage onto Fennel. It's going to force healing out as they peel onto the base. Look at all this cannon damage from the minions, and that's almost the entire tower. I'm not sure they've even hit it, and that is first tower down. Here's the pull. This has to be the play. CGYM trying to find a way in. Our Sexy eviscerated with it, but there goes Clone on the backside. They do find one. Bassoon dashing out. Carly, full health, full life, quadra kill for the Xayah, and it is GG as Frost frees out the Buckaroos for the second time this season. They pick up the win here in game number 1 tonight.